At Drake McCoy at 6'2", 274 pounds, a two-time state champion from Fayette County High School in Georgia. And he's up against Brady Wilson of Minnesota, 6'5", 250-pound state champion from Faribault High School in Minnesota.
It's hard to miss these guys.
You haven't seen many finalists from Georgia at this particular tournament, though I think their wrestling has gotten substantially better. Remember Chris Rodriguez a few years ago? I can't remember whether he was a finalist here or not. If not, he was very, very close to being one.
Yeah, it was definitely an All-American.
They had Nate Carr Jr. on their team this year.
Wait, bleeding already?
Is he bleeding
forehead.
already?
Yeah.
Looks like on the forehead there. They haven't stopped him.
You bet.
19 seconds in, we've had a timeout while they worked on the cut on his forehead and then wrapped it. Both boys undefeated this year.
As we mentioned, these are a couple of big guys. They're hard to miss. McCoy, undefeated his past 2 years, has won 18 out of 22 high school tournaments. In the finals of 21 of them. Didn't wrestle varsity his freshman year because he was behind a state champion. But that helped him out in the long run.
Right, he won the Beast of the East this year, and that's always a tough tournament to win.
Yeah, he's good. He's ranked 1 in most polls and I think 2 in one of the others.
With 15 states who had representatives in the championship matches.
Last year he placed 4th in Greco, 5th in freestyle junior nationals. Now he's shooting in a takedown.
That was a 103-pounder low leg.
I was going to say.
My goodness. That was excellent. That was excellent. He just level changed and shot a, here it is. Look at this low leg. Beautiful. Head inside, just ran it over, covered 2 points.
I don't think he's been a 103-pounder since 3rd grade.
Among the national champions. The only states with more than 1 are 3 states with 2. Illinois, West Virginia, and Ohio.
Starting back with the action, McCoy's on top. Just got an update on the team score, Brian and Ed. It looks like New York's got it locked up with 222 points, and Ohio has 210 and a half. California will take the 3rd place trophy with 186.
And there's the escape with 25 seconds to go to make it 2-1.
Wilson with an escape for his first point in the match.
Brady Wilson looking like he's just trying to study and see how he can get in under the big boy. And that's a tough way to go because you don't want to shoot underneath him. You know what's going to be coming. So if you go, you got to go and score. You don't need to take a bad shot. You're going to pay for it.
And that ends the period at 2-1.
See what Brady has on top to get back in is trying to do a pretty much a draping cradle and couldn't get anything out of that. And McCoy up on his feet for 1.
That was a nice stand-up escape. Again, it looked like a little man move, very quick.
Brady's doing the little head fake, the bobbing. What he's just trying to do is get McCoy to react. And when they don't react, it's tough.
McCoy really dominant figure in his home state. Looking at the brackets, they have a 32-man state tournament bracket. He pinned all the way through, including the finals. Wow.
Wilson, as you can imagine, is also a football player, 2nd team All-State up in Minnesota. The 3.45 GPA. hasn't decided about college yet.
Minnesota always seems to have a couple great heavyweights when we come to this tournament. I don't know. Maybe they grow them big in the Northland or whatever, but
And then they go off to the University of Minnesota, who always has great heavyweights. There he is in on a single. Now head outside, single, cut
Oh,
double.
very nice.
Real nice. Real good technique.
McCoy with 2 more points, a 5-1 match.
Real good technique.
50 seconds now here in the second period. Drake McCoy showing everybody why he's ranked #1 right now.
A solid 5-1. Believe it or not, he wrestled in an all-star meet in Pittsburgh last week and wrestled Brian Reese from Emmaus High School in the Lehigh Valley, and Brian Reese beat him 3-2.
This is another boy I'm sure has been on the circuit here with these all-star meets, and it's tough when you're out of the suitcase.
Absolutely right. You know what? You have to admire the courage. He's not hiding. He's on the road. He's in a suitcase, and he's taking on all comers.
Well, I think it's a mark of the very best wrestlers. They're always looking for someone to beat them, someone that challenges them to their full limits and, keeps striving rather than just staying in a comfort zone of beating those that they can very easily.
Last 15 seconds here. Those who stay in the comfort zone, we haven't seen any of those tonight.
No, not at all.
They were out in about round 2.
Of course, some of us didn't have to look very far to find someone to beat us.
And that ends the second period now. McCoy, a very quick 274-pounder, I will say that, with that 5-1 lead.
Real solid 5-1, too. I know I said it before, but what I mean by that is, when he's getting what he's going after, and he's in full control right now. Brady he's got to do something special. He's got to change his game plan. What he's using's not working, so he's got to do something different. And I don't have that answer.
And in some cases, there isn't an answer.
That's right. That's right.
And we got to see Wilson take a couple shots here because really McCoy has done most of the shooting.
Yeah, the hand fighting right now and what we're looking at is not going to do anything for Wilson.
Clock keeps ticking away here now. We're down to 1:12.
I mean, look at how McCoy just, hand fighting position, angles. He's acting like, he needs that one last takedown. And that's why he's so great. Just
Very bad shot there. And
yeah, it gets a little desperate at this point, and you can't fault Brady Wilson. I mean, you're wrestling. We got a stall call he just got there, but
On the bottom, man.
yeah,
getting insult to injury there.
Oh my God!
7-1 right now.
Give the kid a break.
And now a warning on the top man.
Is that a fan call? Is that what you call it?
I'll just call that one a bad call.
Oh.
It looks like
Oh, my.
It looks like one of those I want to get noticed calls.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I love all refs.
I do too. I mean, it's a miserable job.
Yeah, it is. I officiate our elimination sometimes, and that's not an easy task.
And last half minute here.
I think the city of Cleveland might bill him for damage to the floor here with another throw like that. Have 18 seconds left. McCoy's on top, 7-1. Doesn't look like that's going to change by much. Despite it taking a cut on the forehead early in the match. Took him right back down.
That was nice.
Yeah.
He's really got the whole package here.
Yes, he does.
And he also has the championship. A very convincing and dominating 7-1 victory for Drake McCoy, who jumps on his coach, who fortunately is a pretty big guy himself.
That's a lot of emotion, isn't it? I mean, that's not bragging. That's not showing off. That's a release.
There's your title holder, Drake McCoy. We had heard how good he was. And I'll tell you, he proved it this weekend.
He is that good.